What's what's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno. I am here with the crew. Got JAVE and Bundle in the building. What's up? Say what's up to the people.
You're
What?
All right, guys. I mean, look, we've got this Penguin series. We're going to be covering episodes 1 and 2. We're going to start off with you, Jay. How'd you feel with like this whole series, the idea of it, the beginning? Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to give us the whole episode, but just let me know, what's your thought?
um as a big Batman fan, that's my guy. My ride I stand for. He's tattooed on the body. All that. Um, uh, love it, love it. I mean, early in my years, Penguin was not a favorite character to a lot of people, and through Gotham, through this series right here, through the last Batman movie, Penguin is really starting to grow to be one of my favorite characters, up there with the Joker, honestly.
I got you. I mean, I have no disagreements there. How about you, Bundle? Would you, this whole idea of and this extension, or is it the extension from from the Batman movie and all that? Like,
I
what's your take on this?
I think this is a fantastic addition to what we have because anyone who's been paying attention to DC outside of the movies know that. I mean, outside of the comics, knows that the DC has not been doing well. The DC completely died. Apparently, James Gunn is taking it over. But this little neo noir, Neolithic Gotham thing that he's done, Matt Reeves has done with Robert Pattinson's, Batman. I really dug it. We talked about it on here. It was really good. But the fact that Penguin, Colin Farrell's Penguin, you forget that it's even him, had probably about 8 to 9 minutes of screen time in that movie, and it was so good that they gave him a spinoff, and he is delivered here. This doesn't even feel like a comic book show. This feels like a
Yeah,
gangster show, like ripped out of a
yeah.
Sopranos
Yeah,
episode or something like that, just
Sopranos,
with
Goodfellas.
characters with comic book, names, but they don't even really identify. He's been called Penguin one time in the series. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, they've made one mention to Batman in the very first episode. Batman, it might be the most uninteresting thing about this entire dynamic. The show is completely. I didn't think that Penguin would be able to stand alone in its own series like this,
Mhm.
and it's gripping. It's gory. It's rated R. It's got all the under underlying things that you think that Gotham would embellish. You know what I mean? And it shows it. And nah, this show is way better than I thought it'd be. Way better.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I absolutely agree with you, and I mean, even in episode 1, it definitely picks like literally right off at the end with like Penguin staring away, and like to also add on to that to add on to what you had said regarding the gangster culture that this Gotham displays. I mean, it's always kind of been around in the comics, but I guess with that Gotham series, we got moments of it. But I really felt like this series is definitely giving us the tone and the dangerousness that I know we may not have seen before on film, at least to my eyes. Also to add on, guys, like, okay, so would you say that this series reminds you more of Godfather or Scorsese or Sopranos? Like, Jay, like, is the culture of this show kind of like drawn any comparison to you?
I would have to go with Casino.
Casino, okay.
Yeah, taking over, um, understanding the lay of the land and taking over the top. I mean, it definitely gives the vibes of being well thought, well plotted, well planned, scheming. I mean, honestly, it puts you in a mafia version of Game of Thrones. In a you have this kingdom of Gotham's underworld crime, and you have everybody scheming and plotting and finding a way to the top. You have the Falcons, you have the Maronis, you have Penguin. People are plotting, coming together, forming alliances, lying about it. I mean, it's an ugly, beautiful thing. Not gonna lie to you.
It's like glorifying the betrayal and destruction. It's almost it's very Shakespeare-esque almost. I mean, the only thing that might make it difficult to draw in that comparison might be like seeing the penguin has true love, but I mean, like it's almost a tragedy at the same point of all this. What about you, Bundle? Like, if you were to make a comparison to any gangster films in culture, is there anything in like do you see this
No.
series drawn closer towards, or anything you want to compare this to?
See, yeah, exactly what he said too. Sopranos definitely will. They even film specific scenes almost exactly how uh, Godfather did. I mean, hell, it's the last episode, second episode, right when they tell her, Luca tells Sophia, maybe you should go off to Italy, and then like she kind of just sits there and looks. John Vitti walks in and kind of stares at her, and they kind of just shut the door, and it's kind of just her staring off in the background. The same thing they did to Michael in Godfather 3, and that's how, or 2, I can't remember which one, but that's exactly how it ended. That was completely influenced Scorsese shot. But yeah, it draws plenty of comparisons on everything we just said, touched on, especially I think Sopranos as well. Um, yeah, man. I mean, any type of those type of mob. What's that one? What's that one show that he made? Not show. Scorsese made a Netflix film not too long ago called The Irishman.
Oh
You
Yeah,
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Things like
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
There's some hit and run aspects of that, especially the way that Sophia uses her hitman, and the way Maroney used his hitman towards the drop and shit. But I'll talk more about that later. But yes, this thing draws correlations through all those old gangster movies and films. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm glad you hit that break button, because we're not going to completely get into it just yet. I got a couple of silly questions to ask. Jonan Level said, "Yo,
What up, Jonah?
what up,
Sorry.
Jonan? Upwards in the building as well. What
What
up,
up,
Upward?
upward?
yeah.
All right, so okay, just sidebar. Would giving Penguin the device and function, the umbrella apparatus, would that ruin or make this series corny?
He doesn't need the apparatus on his eye. He doesn't need that, and I don't think they'll do that. I mean, the gold tooth, the scars on his face, it does enough. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure he's already been in the scene where it's been raining. But I'm sure we'll see him another scene where it's raining with maybe an umbrella or something like that. But he doesn't
Well,
need
you know
those.
what I mean. The umbrella
Yeah,
with the
he
gun, the
doesn't need
umbrella with all the
those.
attachments. With
He
that,
doesn't need that Tim Burton gimmicky stuff.
Yeah.
That's not this
Yeah.
world. That's not
Yeah.
this world. Because he would have pulled that out in the first movie when he was getting chased by Batman. You know what I mean? When him and Jim Gordon hemmed him up, and they were showing him the pictures. Of like, oh, what are you showing me? Oh, come on! He was doing stuff like that. You see his soft spot for Victor Aguilar, who is not a character in the comics, and you see a soft spot for his dementia having mom, Dan Sword, and stuff like that. So we're not gonna go into that gimmicky part
Yeah.
about him. Penguin is a moniker, is a nickname that he has gained that he certainly does not like, and we're not going to get that. We're not going to get that. We're getting this raw, rugged. If this is real, this is how it would be in a real world. That's
We
what it
getting
is.
that. We are getting a psychotic gangster.
Yes,
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Man.
technically, all gangsters is a
this is
psychotic.
a more realistic take than Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan's world. This
Yeah.
is how it actually would be if Batman was
Yeah.
there. This is
Oh,
this is how the underworld would be
Yeah.
if someone was psychotic enough to go ahead and blow up all
We,
the seawalls on the side of the
yeah.
cities and then flood the city, and crime
We
rate
are
goes up
looking at a
42%.
sociopath.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well calculated sociopath.
Yeah.
Like
Upward says
it,
that Sophia also had played in The Sopranos as well. So I
okay.
mean, so here, I mean, there we have it. They even probably cast it and definitely use that as a reference
Sweet.
point.
This is the same studio, so you gotta remember this is the same studio. So they have
Yeah.
all of that in the backlog, all of that in the drop. So they're
They
able to
did.
pull
Oh,
those
sorry, my bad.
resources.
They did change Sophia, but they also kept her similar. But I think we're gonna get to that in a minute, so I'll wait.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, yeah. We definitely will. I also appreciate the HBO Max and the studios dropping this in the same month as Batman Day. So like just to play complete homage, I've definitely seen moments because I'm catching up as well on my Batman lore and comics, and a lot of these influence come from the Batman Halloween. I think its first version as well. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time we were introduced to Sophia. Is through that comic. For you comic book readers out there, I would highly suggest of going back. I'm pretty sure you'll probably find a channel or a video of to give you guys an insight on Sophia. So let me see here. So looking at my notes here. So Alberto and Sophia were both serial killers.
Yep.
Yeah.
The holiday hunter or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. The holiday killer. Alberto was
there.
originally the holiday killer. And then we have Sophia in the comics, who also was the hangman.
Yeah.
So now, like the aesthetics of Sophia, when I looked at the image of her, but let's say she was way more brawling. She was like Bane, like almost. So yeah, exactly.
She could bang too. She could fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put those scars on her face. She did that to herself to look like her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you guys know? I mean, do you guys care that they? I believe they cast swapped one of the characters. Is that Falcone that got the actor got switched? One of the actors did, because the original guy was the one guy from Brother Arthur. I forgot his name, but I mean, I guess. It doesn't make that much of a difference. But so going into it, Ross, Jave, did you think it was kind of weird how Penguin, for Penguin to kill Alberto or how he killed Alberto, like that whole scene?
Nah. To me, that was the true essence of who Penguin is. I mean, this underworld of Gotham is crime families. Everything is an opportunity. Everything is an inch closer to getting more power. So I thought he was actually going to kill him a lot faster than he did. I thought as soon as he seen him bow, it was over. But I mean, he slow roasted. I mean, he had a conversation with him, got him drunk, fed him, spoke long, and then did it off impulse. But if I'm knowing Penguin, he's always had plans to take over. So I thought eventually he was going to see a weakness and move in on it, which he already did.
Okay. Bundle, as far as Alberto's death, do you think they handled it well? Like, do you have any references to know if was Alberto that naive? Was he that? Was he that intoxicated? You know what I mean? Like an addict or unaware?
They changed him, which they've done pretty much to everybody in here to some degree. But they made him this drop addict, alcoholic. You know what I mean? Instead of the the maniacal killer that he was, which was cool.
Okay, he's more maniacal. Okay,
it gave it another another layer of to show how Penguin gets out of the shit that he gets out of, the things that he was yelling at Vic. I'm not going to get to episode 2 as well, but you got to adapt, you got to survive. And it's just, I know he did it out of impulse, and we see why, because he doesn't want anyone, making fun of him. Hell, I mean, even in the first episode, you saw where it had like handicap things. He had the option to take that. He would sit in a different seat. There was a handicap way to go up the stairs a certain way. He took the opposite way. So he didn't like being made fun of like that. But how they handled Alberto, I just think they just used it as a way to show character development with him and to really grip and grab the person that we're going to kill a Carmine, not just in the first episode, within the first 5 minutes. So, and because of who Sophia is and Johnny Viti and Luca and going forward with Salvatore, however you want to say it, Maroni, he was an easy scapegoat to get you the shock factor, but we don't really need you to tell the story. So, killing him that way, it worked, and it was right. It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
he had to go.
Gotta go.
My
Especially when he
opinion,
got him like after you get like the Rex Calabrese story and like really you knew that was Penguin's like idol and just like what a fucking little bitch. It's like boy, I feel it.
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean,
Now, upon his death, like there are pictures and documents and paperwork, and I mean, but even within episodes 1 and 2, it's like Penguin's giving off like this feeling like he's sitting with liquid gold in his hands, and like. Do you guys have an assumption of how he's going to use those pictures and all those other documents?
blackmail. I mean,
I got an answer.
that
I'll wait though.
that blackmail, that it holds tight.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
oh yeah.
Gotham is a place where they blackmail politicians, they blackmail preachers, pastors, business owners, uh, CEOs. So I'm sure, he's gonna use that to gain influence. Also, probably forcing the other Falcons to end up turning on each other because the more chaos is the more opportunity for him to take over. If you can cause beef within one organization, they won't see you coming.
Richard. He's
Just hold
not
it down for
gonna
me 1 second. My audio's bad.
Okay.
oh is it still bad?
I'm back. We're good. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was what he was going to do with the pictures. It's kind of out of his hands now because he gave it to old girl, Maroney's wife,
Yeah.
because he needed it as leverage to live. They were going to kill his ass right then and there. And he didn't expect that. He naturally, remember, he had those pictures because he doesn't like Vidi. And I think, and Vidi's going to go. Vidi going to go. Vidi went in the comics. His wife stepped in. Not wife, his niece stepped in, but we're going to see what happens there. It looks like that other short guy might take the place of who his niece is. But Vidi gonna go because he's fucking Luca's wife. I mean, that's who the pictures are. That's who we had that shit.
Yeah.
That's why like, when Penguin saw that, it was like, Carmine has this, like that's crazy. And shit like this. So it's like as soon as he finds that out, Vidi's dead. And that's why they tried to frame him for the whole Alberto murder, because it just worked. It was like, you murder Alberto, you were the inside guy. They were the reason how you found out how the drop was. The dude who's on the Urza, who's on the table, he's going to save Vidi. And then Victor Aguilar was supposed to put the jewels in Vidi's car, which was the same jewels that Alberto was going to use to like start this up. So it was like, it was all going to make sense. They hate Vidi and shit like that, but obviously, it didn't go down that way. But yeah, man, like back to what we were saying, those pictures, and you're asking what was going to happen of those. I know I got a little sidebar, but nothing's really going to happen off of them. Really, is because now his wife took them. We don't know what's going on. Like, remember, she said we want our man back, and he was coming in there, Penguin. I'm here to help you. But now he killed him. So now she's thinking, all right, you just killed one of our guys, a capo of Moroni's. So in retribution, here's these pictures of John Vidi fucking Luca's wife. That's what I'm thinking is happening next episode. And so now Luca's got to deal with that, and then also got to deal with the fact on the side that Sophia's not going back to Italy. She's partnering up with Penguin. Gang war and infighting. Oh shit! But I'm gonna let you wait till you get there to talk more on that.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful, ugly sight right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice.
Nice build up.
Nice build up. Real nice build.
And then I guess I didn't want to go too far into like being introduced, but I guess he's looking as if he's going to be a pivotal character on this show, and that's Victor. And for people who aren't familiar, after Penguin had killed Alberto, he goes back to his car, and there's like some youngsters trying to steal his car. Penguin pulls out his gun, and they scatter. One of the people that didn't get a chance to get away was Victor. Victor was then pretty much strong-armed or extorted to ended up being like his henchman, who ends up being an asset to helping Penguin get to the top. Well, Bundle, what I really want to ask you is this Victor character created for the show, or do you know if he's referenced to any comics?
Yeah, he's for the show. He's for the
Okay.
show. But some people are kind of like, speculating, will he be the next Robin? As Robert Pattinson he said that he wanted to be in a movie where they would have a young Robin, and this is just speculation, but it's just one of the Robin stories is Batman catching the Robin trying to steal his rims, and that's kind of I forget which story that was, but there's correlation to that, and a lot of people, since I was even on Reddit looking at him, was just like, we might get the death or seemingly death of Penguin is because, remember, he said that he worked for a guy that worked for Carmine, but he became his driver. Maybe he said, I stole a Buick, learned to drive over the weekend. I became this dude's driver. And dude was like, oh, whatever happened to him? He was like, oh, we like to talk too much. He got with the feds and then he got popped and he was dead now. He's now, look who Victor Aguilar is. He's Penguin's driver. Is Penguin not doing the exact same thing? So maybe it's a little bit of, people are thinking that's a little bit of foreshadowing of Penguin maybe getting popped at the end, killing him, or maybe to the point you think he's dead, then carries over his character in the new Batman film. And then in doing so, Victor Aguilar gets taken under the wing of Batman because they have their correlation. But that's just speculation. So, but anyway.
Okay, I got you. Jay, did you do you think Robin, if this series goes any further in multiple seasons, could we possibly get? I mean, would you be interested in seeing Robin in this series?
Possibly in this series.
There it is. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I think this show has a lot of backstories, and so there's a lot of good character development. You got Penguin's character development with his mother, dealing with Victor. You have Sophia's character development, what makes her the actual insane person that she is. So there's going to be a lot of character development. So I can see late in this series, there being a Robin, even if it's not Victor, if it's being somebody else, and seeing a story unfold that'll tell us, hey, this is Robin, this is where it's going, and then leads into a movie.
Okay, yeah.
Because this movie picks up right after the Batman movie,
after,
like 2 days later.
I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, there's so much that happens in these episodes, and I have to go to these other channels and see these breakdowns to draw reference to a lot of the visuals that I see. And once I've seen like these breakdowns and Easter eggs, it makes me want to rewatch it and kind of pause and just look at every individual thing.
Yeah, it's like right after the Batman events happen, like probably maybe like a few days.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons. It's actually real quick. He doesn't even finish the line. I picked it up when he first finds Aguilar and he starts shooting at his car. And right before he says, "Look at what you made me do." Right before he says, "If you catch him," he goes, "I just got what you made me do." It's like that. But if you remember, he used his own personal car as a getaway car for Batman. And Batman fucked that car up and destroyed that. So that plum Maserati he just got, which is why he was mad about that. That movie is like, it runs so concurrent like that. And I picked that up. I was like, you're right. You did just get your car back, and now you're getting your rims snatched and you're shooting at it.
Man, a day later.
Right on, Jonan. Jason Todd. He said Jason Todd tried to steal Batman's rims, and Batman has never laughed so hard.
That was funny, and now also Aguilar has a similar background too. I mean, what they say that he was from something Crestview or something like that, and they got completely flooded. So basically, Aguilar is running around homeless. Todd was homeless when he found him too. So there's a couple of correlations, why some people online were thinking, hey, could Aguilar be like Matt Reeves' world of version or something like that? I mean, Robin, excuse me. I don't know. Like I said, all speculation.
Yeah. Did you guys point out on looking at well, hold on. Real question is what state has Gotham always been in?
New York.
I think it's New Jersey. I think, and
It
to some people,
represents, yeah.
and
New
some
York.
people
I mean,
say
it said New Jersey on one of the license plate, but in my mind, I've always thought Gotham was like New York or Chicago.
a lot of people say it's Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Due to the weather. If you know, it's always cold in Chicago. There's summers. It's not. You've never seen a summer day in Gotham,
Mm.
and it's always raining, always dark. So
Now you think about that. You really got to think about that because old boys from Real City, Metropolis is. I really would like to see, like, hey, where? Hey, yeah,
I had to think about that.
Hal
Like,
Jordan's, like, where does that? I mean, it was because he was in the Air Force and there was always a beach when he was with Ogre. So I think that's more like a Carolinas, a coastal line, Virginia,
Carolinas or
Langley,
Virginia,
something like that. But you're right. Where is Metropolis in Gotham? Who is Chicago and New York?
I think Metropolis is like Kansas City. It's Midwest.
Well, you're right because you're right because he landed in Kansas and Metropolis isn't that far from Kansas, so you're right.
It's like Kansas City or something like one of those towns, and then you have Central City, which is Central City is just as bad as Gotham.
Yeah, that's true. So where is that at?
Yeah. I know where they film Arrow at, but
Baltimore.
Nah.
No, thinking about it, it's like I really don't know, like where they would really represent, like in their countries. You know what I mean? I guess you don't know that with Marvel either, but DC tries to make it a little bit more grounded to the point that you could actually maybe pinpoint. But now I think about it, I would like to see a planned out official map of where each city is in a country similar to
The
ours.
thing about Gotham, which makes it similar to Chicago, is there's a lot of plays in Gotham. People go to see live shows, and similar to Chicago, they have a lot of live shows and lights that they attend.
But I do know that I didn't mean to cut you off, but I do know Christopher Nolan was going, or at least in his trilogy, he was going for a New York feel. Because even with the subways that were running above cities and stuff like that, even though they do have that downtown in Chicago, but the waters, the beaches, stuff like that, the fact that they couldn't get over, how they're connected by boroughs and bridges and stuff like that. In the first movie, when Scarecrows,
those bridges connected
stuff like
what
I mean, to different boroughs. When Scarecrows, pathogen stuff went off, cops wouldn't go there to that borough, this thing, that stuff like that. So at least in Christopher Nolan's representation of it was supposed to be more like New York, and I think that's the version that captured not only us but the casuals to be like, hey, yo, this is sick. The first Batman Begins was ill. Second one, we got Joker. Are you kidding me? With Heath Ledger. And then the third one, you got Bane, and that voice was like, what the hell? And it captured everybody. So that that's embedded into people's minds. So because of that notion, that's why I think more people might lean towards New York and the East Coast side of it. But I do see Chicago,
yeah. And then also, the crazy thing is that they're filming the Batman and this series over in Europe. Wow. So the scenery is a lot of scenery that we've never seen. So it makes it a lot more difficult for us to identify anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean it's creative, and to be honest with you, they've done a good job. Because to me, I wasn't able to pinpoint it.
Yeah. DC, when they do their shows, they do not film in America. So Arrow and Flash were filmed in Canada. So it makes it in Vancouver. So a lot of those shows we're unable to, even Batwoman also, we're unable to identify where they're at, because you got these shows that come out now and you're like, oh, that's downtown LA. I walked that block before,
Yeah.
So they have a lot of scenes in places where we are unable to identify.
Yeah, they actually do that in Amazon. The Boys supposed to look like it takes place in New York, so like that. All the Boys every season's filmed in Canada.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I guess it's just I don't know, a
yeah.
logistics thing or a money thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like you hire 90% American actors, but all filming is done in Canada. So
Cheaper locations,
that's
and
something. Yeah, yeah.
also they have different laws as far as their writers and acting unions overseas, and then
Oh,
on top of that, it makes the scenery more unidentifiable.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If it's,
American show,
okay.
because you gotta think people who live in LA, they know what LA looks like, so
Mm.
they know that block, they know that neighborhood. If you've ever watched Law and Order with somebody from New York, they'll be like, "Oh, they're down on Second Street. This is unrealistic." Like, this is, this is the
Dun, dun,
busiest
dun, 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 dun,
stoplight in the world. Like,
how
you
they
can't
how they
shoot
really,
somebody here.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, it definitely worked out, and I guess weather wise, it'll probably prevent a lot of delays with you talking about the scenery, etc. So I had somebody in the Discord in a group say that they were like slightly disinterested in. Well, actually, I don't think he'll mind it. I'll just say it. If he's mad, we'll talk about it in the morning. Darrell said that he really didn't see the show being like that interesting because like how Batman not showing up and interrupting anything that's going on just doesn't seem realistic. Well, quite honestly, in this first episode, uh, Penguin waited till daylight to dump off that dead corpse with Victor. So
Yeah,
Batman may not be on the show, but he's definitely being considered.
yeah,
And
he's a presence.
yeah,
Definitely a presence.
he definitely has a presence. Would you at this? Would you think this will be good timing for any appearance of Bruce Wayne or Batman?
Um, I actually don't think he'll appear too much.
Okay.
I think right now the focus is going to be a lot of the mob. If there is Bruce Wayne sightings, I think it'll be the actual Bruce Wayne. I think it'll be him spending money or him buying something or something related to Wayne Corp.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I see Batman coming to save the day or popping up anywhere because I think they want to focus on the mob and Penguin. I don't think they want to get off topic. I think the Penguin has been one of the characters who hasn't in recent times been a favorite. A lot of people like Two-Face, a lot of people like Joker. Um, the Penguin has always been out there isolated. So I think actually after the Batman movie, we're getting Penguin fans. You know,
Mm.
think about it. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody dress up as Penguin for Halloween.
Yeah, but that may change.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to say that may change.
You've seen Jokers, you've seen Harley Quinns, you've seen Poison Ivies, you might have even seen a Mr. Freeze, but you've never seen a Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the popularity is growing, and I think they're gonna stay on the subject. And I think they're gonna build Penguin into a bigger villain than what he actually is at this moment. Right now, and in the Batman movie, Penguin was not very high on the totem pole. He was low level, mid level boss. I think at the end of this series, we're gonna show his mediocre rise from mediocrity to the top.
Okay, I can see that.
I mean,
Second part.
at one point he was an umbrella boy in most of the stories,
Mm-hmm.
So going from a underboy to the king of Gotham, because in majority of the series and shows I've seen, Penguin goes from working for both the Maronis and the Falcons to killing them both off and becoming the king of Gotham. So I think that's what we're gonna see.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. While I guess Bundle's busy, my cousin's in here. We can have a little bit of humor because you know I guess in the comics, Penguin has always had more of a hip ailment than a foot ailment, and we got an opportunity to see Penguin's foot actually.
Yeah.
And let me see here. So, and I got a question to ask you because I want you to look at these two pictures. And some of you guys might, what I'm going to compare this comparison, y'all gotta just give me a second. But even visually, y'all probably be able to get it. So, when it comes to feet, you have to make a decision. Whose foot is uglier? Uglier. This is Penguin's foot. You guys got a nice. That's Penguin's foot, right? Hey, hold on. You got Penguin's foot. Now, homie, whose foot's uglier? That penguin foot or the foot? Or I'm gonna get you sucker.
Yeah,
Which,
actually,
which foot is the ugliest? Chat. Y'all gotta let me know. Is it the I'm gonna get you?
I got a third
Is
one
it the
for
Jim
you.
Brown foot or is it Penguin's
Hey,
foot?
that looked like the foot from Nutty Professor when it popped out the boot.
All right, so let me see here. I said, let me know. I said when you when your audio straight, cuz let me know. We got Bundle back in the building too now.
Can you
So
hear me now?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. I can hear you.
What up, Derek?
What's going on, cuz? How you doing?
What's up, homies?
Chilling,
How'd the
man.
workout?
Yeah, we just getting started. Yeah,
Oh, just inside.
I tore my pec earlier this year, so I have to use this electrical stem and put them on the part to where it's kind of still torn, and the electrical stem is going to help increase the healing. And then my doctor wants me to use this like the stretching exercise for it,
Okay.
to kind of rehab it and all that stuff. So I got to do that first, and then I'm going to be hitting arms tonight.
I
Okay.
saw a guy that I follow online named Larry Wheels. When he tore his left bicep, he had to do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
And now he's an arm wrestler with that. Like, dude, why? But anyway.
Well, okay, cuz I take it you've watched the Joker show, and the question I got for you is what are your thoughts on the Penguin show? My fault, not Joker, the Penguin show. What's your thoughts on the Penguin show?
I think it's phenomenal. It's the best television show that's going on right now.
There we
Um,
go.
I want to talk about the Falcon's daughter. What's her
Sophia.
name? Because she's an amazing actress.
It's
Sophia.
Sophia, and actually, I was waiting on Bundle to get back
Yeah.
to start talking
Hangman.
about Sophia.
You can
Penguin.
see from the moment that she enters the room, you can see the evil in her eyes. Like she really got into character, and like she's a straight up gangster. Now, Penguin got her wrapped around his finger at the moment, but she's a smart chick. Like she's got one eye open the whole entire time. So it's gonna be real interesting to see the dynamic between the two. But right now they're on a good page the way that episode 2 ended. But we'll see how things unfold. But the Penguin has a good way to talk himself out of situations.
I did. I
Boy,
did.
there you go.
I definitely seen that. And one thing I do want to ask you guys, or like throw a theory at y'all, like it hasn't been answered yet, but I believe that she knows Penguin freaking killed Alberto. But just hear me out. I didn't say
Okay,
I think
okay,
I'm
okay, okay.
100%
All right.
correct.
You're right, right.
But the reason why I slightly believe that is I don't think I know that she believes that she can't do it all on her own, and she possibly knows that she could use Penguin as a tool. But hey,
I'm
look,
not. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie. I
yeah,
feel the same
because
way too. I feel the same
yeah,
way too.
because yeah, because her uncle is treating her like a little toots. He's like, "Hey, baby, why don't you go on vacation? This is a man's world right here, And so
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm smarter than all y'all," which she is, but she's being held back because she's a woman.
that's just throwing it out there. But Bundle, it seems as though you have the rebuttal for us. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
what's
not. It's
going
not.
on?
It's not like it's like game changing. I mean, she. It could be revealed that she very well does know, but at the same time, with her reaction to finding the knife inside of what was that? What was his name? Callisto.
Yeah.
Where was his name? Inside
Yeah.
like that, like she saw red. It was like she
I,
exonerated Penguin long ago in her mind when he pulled up in the trunk of her car and screaming that blood curdling scream in the middle of his torture, letting him go, talking to him, being in his presence multiple times, listening to his story about how his mom got over the deaths of his brothers and stuff like that. Which I do have something to say about the death of his brothers. I think that's some bullshit because I don't think that. Well, I'll get back to that, but I think she's moved past that because just understanding how she reacted when she saw the knife in her most trusted guy's pocket. Everybody had lines, and she was saying one thing: "Give me the gun." Like something like, "Give me the gun." Something like, "Give." Like she saw red, and then after Luca killed him, the very next scene. That was my fucking kill for my brother. This, blah, blah. So she believes devout that was supposed to go down. You know what I mean? Now it's also is now developing the soft spot for Penguin. Now it's not to say that might be wrong, and not to say that she may not figure out the truth through maybe Victor bullshit.
But that does confirm. I mean, that does confirm it, and I did not.
But it does confirm that at least for right now, she believes that yes, Alberto's killer was him, died. That's why she reacted that way, and now is going with Penguin. But if I may, real quick, I just will say this: I think there's some BS with Penguin's brothers and shit because I don't know if you guys caught when he was telling that story about his mom getting over his brother's death. And she asked, "How did your mom get over that?" And he said, "She died a few something back before the blood and never got the chance to ask her." That's a bold-faced lie. Now, are you saying that to protect your mom, from the family or something like this?
Yeah, definitely.
Or is that you also telling a lie about the shit like that? Because I also was thinking like, because in the comic books, he killed his brothers because they ridiculed him. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He killed his brothers because they ridiculed him. And you see how he acts already pathologically. So is that just him saying that, hey, maybe, remember you said I drove that car or whatever, something like this, where brothers died, whatever, he came out of it. Maybe that's the way he's scarred or something like that because of it. But who's to say he didn't do it on purpose? And this is just the way he's telling that, hey, they died, blah, 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 just how my mama did this. Right. Because as soon as she asked, hey, how did your mom do it? She died a few years back. Didn't even get to ask about it. Went on, changed the next subject like it was nothing. Right after that, his mom's having a dementia.
That's how you protect your family. That's how you protect your family. It's how you protect your
family. It's how you protect your family. But I think he's been lying about too. Alberto's death the entire time. So who's to say he's not lying about his brother's death and shit like that? And
I got some questions. I got a question. It seems as if Sophia trusts Penguin a lot. Something dynamic happened before she went away to Arkham, and they haven't really spoke on it.
Yeah, I know the answer. Penguin was Carmine's right-hand man for like 20 plus years. Yeah, and for the longest time, ever since Sophia was little. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's why, like, when he sits there, he's like, I loved Alberto and stuff like that. That's why that could kind of fly with her because he knew him as kids. He even said that again. That's why you've been a soldier for a long time. That's why Pop always liked you. You were a good one. The dirty one, blah, blah, blah. Even when Al was waving that gun in his back, like, ew, how? We good? Like, hey, you want to sit in the back? Like, you can see the familiarity that this has been here for decades and shit like this. And he was Carmine's right-hand man. He was in the comics, and he was even when in the movie prior to this, when Bruce Wayne first came out, you know what I mean? And they were all in, like, walking to the funeral, and he was just like, hey, be careful. That's the prince of the city. Penguin was right next to Carmine with the whole family and everything. So that's why he feels like jaded and slighted that Vidi and them are doing the way they is. It's like, listen, y'all just got here. I was that nigga. I was the operation. Now y'all switching my shit to Robbinsville. You gotta cut me off, bro. I'll get long-winded.
No. I feel though that I think Sophia might have had like a murder spree or done a really heinous act before she went to Arkham, and I think either Penguin was around or involved because they seem to have a special relationship. Seems to be he's the one that she can confide in. She can tell her secrets to. So I think that Sophia knows that Penguin killed her brother. But I think that as long as he keeps finding proof that it wasn't him, she's just gonna ride with it and handle it accordingly.
That'd be an interesting take too, yeah.
Because you got to think, she already figured out that Penguin knew Alberto's plan and what he was planning to purchase with those new
Exactly.
drops. So
Exactly.
that only
Exactly.
comes from having communication. I think she literally knows everything.
She
It's like a woman.
She can't prove it, and like I'm about to say
It's
she
like a
can't
woman
prove
who
it, but it's
knows
in
the
her
guy
head.
is lying, but going along with it because she likes the guy.
Or like, I mean, he's definitely a valuable piece on the chessboard. I mean, out of the situation, he's worth keeping alive than getting rid of. I mean, at the end of the day, and I mean,
Every
at this,
time she figures him out, he keeps having a way out.
yeah, he's getting saved like last minute.
So,
The reason why I mentioned that is the fam. It seems like the families and the relatives that are involved there don't really like want to get behind her because she just got out of the asylum. And that's even, I mean, that's even before then. That's just me. This is me and that's just within me and my imagination. I think even if she found out that she killed her brother, she'd be mad. I don't know if she'd all the way kill him. I think that she would still want to use him to get what she wants and then probably kill him.
Do you
right now,
guys
she
think?
needs allies. She needs somebody that will work for her or with her. The family's not going to do it. Also, they're not going to follow a woman. That's not the Italian mafia way. So,
Also, though, I have a point that I just want to put out there.
Mhm.
You know how she's really the smartest one in the family, right?
Yeah.
So if she's the smartest one in the family, but Penguin keeps on talking his way out of situations that even gets her confused, maybe she's like, hey, I really don't like this motherfucker, but he's the next smartest person next to me. And so if I really want to build this empire and be king of Gotham and kind of stay away from the Batman, maybe I need him just as much as he needs me.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, Bundle, you're shaking your head. It sounds like it's not something that you necessarily agree with. So,
no,
like,
I
what's
don't.
going on? What's going on then?
She's in the dark. This girl just got out of Arkham. I mean,
Facts, Albert.
Vidi gave her the benefit of the doubt. Luca gave her the benefit of the doubt. You've always had the ability to sense bullshit. But we've seen her in her vulnerable state. She's clawing at her neck. She got Dr. Julian Russ that's pretending to be this season's scarecrow. Count with me, breathe down, blah, blah, blah. She's sleeping in the closet because she can't be back and immersed into. I mean, she's
Hey,
definitely being underestimated by the
hey,
family, but she's not being underestimated by Penguin. And she's extremely fractured and broken. Extremely. I mean, the dreams
hey,
she's having, seeing Alberto getting his head blown off and shit going
hey,
like that. She's going through that whole EDR type of
hey,
rehabilitation and
I
all that.
agree.
So, like, yeah, I mean, to feel that she's the smartest one in the room, okay, IQ wise, she might be, but as far as a player on the field, she's got no voice, no presence, no anything like that. She's only out is because they got too many criminals to keep up with because of what the Riddler is doing. And
Hey,
so she's
I
trying to
agree.
keep up and understand what's going on just as much as everyone else. I
Hey,
I I firmly don't believe that she
hey,
does not know that
I, I,
Penguin killed her brother, but I do believe that she will find out.
hey, I
Okay.
will say this. I'll say this. There is a really, really small line between genius and crazy.
There is,
Yeah,
there
that's a good
is.
point.
I,
but most people
I,
that are geniuses have some crazy with them. You're right. You're
I,
They
right.
do,
yeah, you ever heard of
they
Kanye?
do.
Yeah, I mean,
They do though, but she's gonna have to figure out something because everyone knows that she's a convicted murderer. Everyone knows what she looks like. Everyone knows she's crazy, and everyone's dismissing her. So it's gonna be interesting to see how she builds through the ranks with. Because I want to know what leverage they have. The only leverage they have right now is Al's shipment that neither the Maronis or the Falcones really know about. And that's it. That's it. You lost your leverage with the blackmail with the pictures. The Falcons think they were sending your ass off to Italy, so we don't expect to see you at all. Penguin, we shipped your shit to Robbinsville. We don't expect to see you in Gotham, period. So now it's like they don't see us coming. Now it's going to be interesting to see what the Maronis
I,
do,
I think
but It's
I think Sophia and Penguin are dealing in the idea of I want to be underestimated.
yeah, they do, but I wonder what's their next play, because I understand how the Maronis would move next, is you killed our guy, so now we expose Johnny Vitti, kill your second in command, and cause discord in the family, allows us to get better. I understand that part. Where do Penguin and Sophia go? All of your leverage is gone now. All of it's gone. Your importance of Alberto finding a killer, out, gone. Filner, whatever. We sent you to Italy. You're not supposed to be here. Penguin, Robbinsville, gone. What is your angle now? How do y'all get in? Who do you fuck over? What happens? So that's going to be interesting.
I see Luca dying. I see a lot of robberies from within.
Luca Doggins, get out of here.
Yeah. I see him die. I see a lot of robberies. I look at them just how he had robbed the drops.
Oh yeah.
I look at a lot of stash houses being robbed. I look at the Falcones being taken advantage of and raped slowly but surely, and they're trying to track down who it is, not knowing it's the people that are directly close to him.
Working inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, you gotta look at it. That. Penguin knows the stash houses. He knows the whore houses. He knows the drug houses. He knows the drop routes. He knows the politicians they pay.
Oh, I got a theory for you.
I was about to say,
I'm gonna wait.
If we're thinking the same thing, Bundle, we're gonna get there in just a moment.
I'm gonna write it on my hand just in case I forget it.
I got a question. This one thing. Who do you think is richer, the Falcones or the Waynes?
Waynes.
Way up there, way up there. Because you know, like in its originality, they both existed at the same time.
When you get into the DC universe, there's only like 4 other families that can compete with the Waynes in money. One of them is Hawkman, and one of them is Green Arrow. What's his name? Arthur. What's his name? Ollie. Yeah. Ollie.
Oliver Queen.
Oliver Queen. Why can't I think of his name? Ollie Queen. Yeah. He has a very, very similar story to Batman. His family is billionaires. And then the person I just said before, Hawkman. Where his stuff like this. Yeah, because he has his ninth metal. It's spelled with a 9. It's weird, but it's called ninth metal, and it's like the most precious. So it's like vibranium and adamantium mixed in the DC world. Can't find it anywhere, but he has an abundance of it. And basically, wait, you seen Black Adam?
Yeah.
You seen Black Adam? Okay, remember when he got Pierce Brosnan's Doctor Strange? Not Doctor Strange. Dr. Fate together. Yeah. Remember the billionaire mansion he was in, the underground facility he had a little like X-Men, like Hawkman, Oliver Queen, Bruce Wayne, Lex Luthor. These are like the richest guys in DC. Yeah. With the exception of a few other people, but they're. But no, does he have as much? Carmine Falcone, the Falcone family, the Salvatore Maroni family? No. They're rich, but they're not billionaire rich. No.
Right.
Okay. So my follow up, to another direction, because I think you were kind of hinting on that, and that's probably what you've written down on your hand. Do you guys see this season? Would it be another politician, or are we going to get a chance to see the start of Harvey Dent?
Oh my God! Someone else go. Because I'm about to go for
because it's another politician as well that's corrupted. Because there's a politician that's there before Harvey's there. So is he going to be there, or then we're going to get Harvey first?
Someone else go. All right.
Well, I do want them to take their time with Harvey Dent, because the last time we got him in cinema, it was in just one film, right? So it was kind of like one and done. So. It should be a slow progression during the series, and then have him turn into Two-Face maybe at the end of Batman 2, like kind of as a result of maybe Batman fucking up in some type of way, to where he turns into he turns into Two-Face by the end of the movie, but Batman doesn't fight him, or Harvey Dent doesn't die at the end of the movie. Like save Two-Face for the third film. I think that would be pretty cool to see a long
Now,
drawn out Harvey Dent story.
see, this is when it's starting to get good. I gotta get my Birdman hand rubs in right now because y'all already know this particular Batman has already ran through Joker because he's locked up right now, and he just locked up Riddler too. All
I got a
right.
question for you on that. Do you think in the Batman 2 we're gonna get any flashbacks of how the Batman defeated the Joker and how his face is all fucked up?
Um,
I don't think he's a Joker yet.
okay.
He is. He is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a
He is.
Joker.
Yeah.
So honestly, what I think is going to happen is once whatever the final boss is defeated, there's going to be a segue of motion that's going to set something up. Because once I found that once it was reestablished that Riddler and Joker is still in that asylum, I immediately started getting the Arkham video game vibes, and this has just got my brain stimulating. And you know what? We still probably will get a Harley. We'll probably get a Harley, an attorney Harley as well. That's bound to happen too. Now, Bunderuski sounds like he's trying to hold back a lot right
Nah,
now.
Ross, nah.
Ross, what's
Ross.
going on, Ross?
What's up? What's up?
What's the how do you what's
You
your
said
thoughts
something about
on
Harvey Dent
what's your thoughts on Harvey Dent
and
and him being
Sophia.
thrown in and Sophia and all this going on right now?
How I'm looking, I think Harvey might pop in, pop out. He was in the movie shortly. He had a few scenes.
Is he
So
gonna hit that? Is Harvey gonna hit that? Is Harvey gonna hit that crazy chick?
I hope not. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no for Harley's safety. For Harvey's safety. You know what I mean?
Because I gotta remember. I believe he still had some bit of a relationship with some of the gangsters and mobsters a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, as an
That's about
attorney.
to fall, ain't it? That's about to fall. Oh shit! I just looked at my bad.
We're
So
gonna see. We're gonna see. But I would hope not. Yeah.
you said you hope not. Okay. Well, bundle like this room on the floor now. What's going on? It seems like you holding back a lot right now.
Okay, you asked about Sophia, and you asked about who else we could expect coming in, maybe even a Harvey Dent or anything like that. Okay, so as far as that goes, tell a little background because who was it? Jonan mentioned Long Halloween, which is the very first time we even saw Sophia. And so
Indeed.
when you ask about Sophia and Dent, when she was first introduced, obviously big brolic, whatever like this, she wanted to be taken more seriously, obviously misogynistic, whatever like this, marked her face, whatever like that, to resemble her father. And then I don't know if you really know the correlation on why I got excited when you said them two together is that the reason why Harvey Dent is Two-Face is because of Sophia. Honestly, when her father was gunned down, she swore revenge, but she wanted to also go after Harvey Dent, because Falcone was the one that brought justice against her father to even have him be put out in public, to be shot in public. So she hates the Maronis, but she wanted to go after fucking Harvey Dent first. So what she did is that before Salvatore Maroni could take the stand, she was the one that actually gave him the acid in the courtroom that he threw on Harvey Dent, which made him Two-Face. That's actually the origin of Two-Face. Sophia is the one that started that stuff. But in that same Long Halloween thing comic that Jonan mentioned, we were talking about how who else can come across. You said Harvey Dent, and then we also mentioned Catwoman. Catwoman is the one that paralyzed Sophia. She's the one that threw her out a window. But in like the episode, it may have been like, okay, I'm holding your hand, whatever, and then you let my hand go and shit like this. Catwoman's the one that threw her out a window. She was paralyzed, went overseas to Italy. They performed a surgery on her. She was able to walk again, but came back to Gotham acting like she was still paralyzed, like I can't do nothing. And then by night would stand up and then become the hangman and kill people. That's
That's
why
in the
she
book.
became the hangman.
Okay, in the comics.
But they would act in this show that she was only killing women and shit like this. It was like, no, in the comics, she was killing cops, politicians, anyone that had anything to do to put her daddy up, or anyone that was with the Maronis and shit like this. She shaved her head, all that crazy bullshit and stuff like that. But it's interesting with that being known is because on the side, Carmine's daughter is Catwoman. That was Selena Kyle, Zoe Saldana's, which would make her half sister.
Yep.
So is she gonna come back with her half sister now that her father's dead and everything? Her half brother's in shambles and blah blah blah, which would also make Robert Pattinson's love interest, Zoe Saldana's Catwoman, come back. And if she does come back, will they have a fight? Will she throw her out the window to make her paralyzed? Will they join forces and destroy the family from inside? That's why when you were saying other characters that could come in, I'm just like, Sophia has connections and correlations with Dent and her. And in this universe, she's the one that makes Two-Face. Or on the other hand, Selena Kyle, Catwoman's her sister.
Right.
Bro, like, you got a lot to go ahead and go through and process here. And if that happens, how does Penguin handle it?
Yeah.
Bro, you should be a writer for the show. We found the writer of season 2.
So I love this shit, man. This is my shit. I love it.
I love the Dragon Ball artwork you got behind you.
Oh,
and my cousin tweaked me because I literally thought he was in a real arcade.
Yeah, I remember when he did that. Too. I was like,
yeah, he went all in for today.
Yeah, he did. It was like, yeah, he was at the arcade. That's great. I remember when you first did that too. I was like, Jeff. Okay. Then I looked at this. It was like, I told you I was getting new backgrounds, bro. I'm out here.
But
yeah, man, the show is awesome, man. I love the Game of Thrones, Sopranos-esque feel. Like I said, if you didn't use any comic book names, you wouldn't even know this is a comic book story. It just feels like a good gangster story, like power type shit, like The Wire. It's just good. It's just good.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm really excited for this. You guys, I mean, do you guys think that we're going to get? Do you think that we'll get any episodes this season of like seeing Harley possibly try and manipulate her way into having an interaction with Joker? Or do you think he'll be whispering or talking behind that metal door in the asylum? Do you think they're going to go into the asylum at all this season?
I think they're gonna go into Sophia's experiences, so she might have a few flashbacks of running into the Joker, running into the Riddler, or whoever is in there acting crazy.
Yeah.
So you might see a few nightmares. I'm
not even expecting them to go that deep. If they do, this show's gonna be legendary. This show's gonna be. If they go that deep. Even if they show Batman one time, like I feel like that's huge. You know what I mean? So it's like, whew, all right.
And then what's that? Okay, is that villain called? Is it Black Skull?
Black Mask.
Black Mask. Do you think does he tie in during this time frame at all?
Dude, Black Mask is. He's after the fall of the families, so I don't think we would get the fall of the families this season. He could be hinted at, but he would be in maybe at the end of the next Batman movie or in season 2. I think you would get, like I said, I would think you would get who Aguilar is coming to be. Before that, I've heard some speculation of adding a Dr. Freeze in here. We'll see where that goes.
I can see that post
but
after 2020.
Yeah, but as far as Arkham, I don't think. Like I said, I think Ross hit it best. I think there'll be like maybe some flashbacks of her in there, maybe coming across someone who was supposed to be your representation of this guy. Maybe you're a representation of Deadshot. You're a representation of Killer Croc. I don't know how they'll do it, but I think you know, they'll do something like that, you know what I mean, in flashbacks. But like I said, at the end of the day, this is Penguin's show.
Mhm.
So we're gonna only go so far with the Falcons and the Maronis as far as Penguin will take us. Because at the end of the day, we got to see him rise and fall. Yeah, they can do what they're doing, and clearly they're changing. They're changing. I mean, because even with the Maronis, the whole dynamic of the Maronis have changed. Him having a wife, he don't have a wife in the comic books, and she's
Yeah.
Iranian and shit like this. And I saw that Matt Reeves in an interview was bringing the fact that in today's world, how the Iranian mob has actually taken hold of like upper middle, obviously it's not Middle East, but you know, upper Eastern country in between Dagestan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and all that shit like this, and how the rise of the Iranian mob has came up and even taken place in some of the Italian guys, and they've come together. That's her whole play in this. She's not in the comic books, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. So I have no idea actually what they're going to do with this. And I actually not say it out loud. Holy hell! Because they've added a lot of new dynamics. Because even what they've done with Sophia, even though she's that strong-willed minded that she is, everyone already knows she's Hangman. And the whole thing about her was no one knew she was Hangman because she was paralyzed. So now everyone knows it. So it's like I went back to the original question I had before. I know you kind of already answered it, but I really don't know where the next pivotal point that they're going to hang on to. I know where the Maronis are going to go, but now that Alberto's murder has been solved, now that Penguin is off the chopping block, now that Castillo is dead, now that you're supposed to go back to Italy, how are y'all supposed to leverage anything with either family? Neither family needs you anymore. So it just Al's shipment better be something, bro.
I got a question for you guys. Who would y'all rather hit? The Iranian woman that's married to Falcone, or would you hit Sophia?
Iranian.
Wait, hold on. You said that way too fast. Iranian.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, I know my answer, but I need to know why you said Iranian so fast.
I mean, a lot of wounds on that body, you know.
One
So
second,
wait.
because isn't it Relentless Attitude? Your YouTube page?
No, my new YouTube page is Derek Simmons IFBB Pro.
Oh, you got a new one?
Yeah, they keep taking me off.
Oh, fuck, dude. All right, well, I'll find it.
All right, well, send that. Okay, send that to me so I can add you into my description then when you get an opportunity.
That liver video supplement you made, I actually took to heart, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, but I forgot which video it was specifically. But I stopped taking a specific type of milk thistle that had an ingredient you spoke on. I threw that shit out immediately.
I see.
But anyway,
I want to stay on the topic though. I want to stay on the question.
Yeah, me too. That's what I tried to say. Anyway, my bad. But yeah, you had a point. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Talking to me?
Oh, what was it me?
Someone was.
Well, I was gonna say it's a tough choice because for me both are freaks to me. So it's like I'm curious, man. It's a hard choice for me.
Okay, Ross, you said Iranian immediately.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I mean, okay, listen, her voice was something different. I give you that. And actually, she's an incredible. The thing is, no, she's actually an incredible voice actress. I forget how to pronounce her name, but my favorite video game I play right now is Destiny 2. She's the voice actress of Maya Sundaresh, who is the protagonist, not the protagonist, the antagonist of the season I'm playing right now. Anyway, she's been in plenty movies. She was actually in X-Men 3. I don't know if you remember when they found that cure to take the mutation from all the mutants. Remember that shit? At the very, very end? And then that one dude, the Asian dude from Rush Hour, hugged that one lady and put the spikes in her and killed her. She was the only bitch that knew that shit like that. That's the same bitch. That's his wife. That's her. I'm here. Anyway, my point is, what was my point? Shit. My bad. God damn, what was my original point?
You know what?
I've gone on so many tangents. I forgot the original point. I'm sorry.
I'll take Sophia because
there it was.
I know I can handle her. I can get her to a point to where she ain't about to kill me, and I like to keep her around as an asset.
Man, I seen what Dr. Julian Rush was able to do to her to calm her down. Remember that?
Yeah.
And she did hit him one time, but I thought they was gonna start fucking.
It did seem kind of like he had her like this. You're like,
he clearly is in
I was like,
I'm not doing with respect. I'm not doing that to the old Iranian snatch. I'm not going at it like that. But her though, I mean, she got a little something to her for, and at the same time, the dude's name was Dr. Julian. I mean, what's my first name?
Here you go, man. You can view a few.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Not bad.
That picture right there is AI. But don't get me wrong. I feel you. But
It's tough.
You ain't about to throw this upper 20, low 30-year-old poon in front of me and then this in front of me. I'm gonna take the other one. I mean, come on.
Sophia's dangerous though, because I told you she got those evil eyes, right?
She's dangerous. But if she feel comfortable with you, she fuck with you.
But also, I'm thinking like, okay, let's say if I'm on top, right, and I'm looking at those eyes and I just see that pure evil, I might bust a nut fast.
Exactly.
If I bust a nut fast, then she might kill me.
I'm giving her the hangman.
That body marked up, you know what I'm saying? Take clothes off, you see the knife marks.
Like a Subway and hard.
I ain't talking about looking at the body. I'm talking about looking at the eyes. It's the eyes.
I'm clapping.
I like to look at it all, man. My bad.
I'm clapping cheeks.
That's facts. I'm definitely taking Sophia down.
I'm taking Sophia down. That's not the same actress that played.
And it's crazy on my notes. I was going to ask you guys, and you beat me to it. I was like,
Alita?
"Is she sexy? Am I weird for thinking she's sexy?" And then you beat me to it, cuz.
Hey, who's
it's
the actress
eyes,
that played?
eyes, bro. I'm telling you.
What's her name?
There's another one though. You talking about Penguin's girlfriend?
No. I know
you talking about Eve? That's Eve.
That's old girl from Living Single. Ain't that old girl from?
No, that
ain't Kim. That ain't Kim.
That ain't Kim.
No.
Well, who that? Okay, well she looked like her. My bad. Anyway,
have you ever seen What's the Worst That Could Happen? With Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. Is that the girlfriend that was there? She got a little older. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Damn, they do look alike.
Is that the one with Danny DeVito?
Yeah,
with the ring.
Who is this girl?
Who's that girl?
That's not the same actress, right?
Hey, cuz, what you think of that chick I sent you on TikTok? She's ridiculous, right?
Freaking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I was like, is this AI? I was like trying to see if that was AI or not.
She's definitely the quintessential face of whatever product. She looks like one of them bots on the Instagram, but she was real. Somebody that sent you look in your inbox, you get a freaky message on Instagram.
Hey, guy.
BTG, what up, though? My boy. All right, guys, man.
They look alike. Wow. Okay. All right. Sorry.
There isn't a third episode. What you talking about, BTG? You've seen the last two. The third one.
New episodes come on Sundays.
Yeah, new episodes come on Sundays.
Yeah, you ain't talking not that Agatha.
Unless you're talking about that prequel. Hey man, we ain't even bringing Agatha up. We ain't even doing that. This is a Penguin stream. You know what I mean?
Penguin. I mean Agatha. I watched the first episode and a half and said nah.
Once I saw those interviews and what was going on, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna rockstar this one. Definitely gonna rockstar this one. Well, guys, is there anything y'all want to include, man? I think we Babe Ruth this stream tonight, guys.
Hey, man,
I didn't have too much more to add in. I'm gonna try to get in now.
Yeah, show was awesome. I ain't gonna lie.
The show was awesome. I really wish the other guys had
like, 3 come out Sunday night, man. I'll be tuned in.
I got one more question for y'all.
All right.
What if the only way y'all can watch episode 3 is to go to a Diddy party all alone with P. Diddy? That's the only way you can watch episode 3.
Good, G.
I don't know, man.
Would you watch it?
Nah, it's bad pub anyway.
Would you watch it?
Cause
I don't
like
know.
when I tell you, even if you didn't go to the second party that's in the original party, the walkout is as shameful as Jim Brown leaving Trump's office.
I'm sure.
It's just like you guilty by association. You know what I mean?
Yep.
A lot of people at them Diddy parties, dog. It's crazy.
You think Trump ever went to them Diddy parties?
Facts.
He got
I
all
do.
them pictures and shit with him.
I think he went with the Clyde Davis party that Diddy was hosting.
He went to one of them, goddamn. Or you think Diddy ever went to Mar-a-Lago with that boy or Epstein Island with him?
All right.
Probably.
This is not a place I don't think he has been.
Diddy probably got his own island too.
Yeah.
Diddy did
A
everything.
little portion. Yeah, I was about to say, like, yeah, to feel that unstoppable and know that many people, that's how you act the way you act, man.
That is
crazy.
true. I just all that I hate about the thing is that everyone that's ever done work, communicated with, talked to, took a picture with Diddy, now everyone's guilty by association. And it's just like guilty. Like Diddy been that dude in hip hop for over the last 30 years. Everyone's got pictures with this guy. Everybody like that. Not everybody on fuck shit. Not everyone's baby oiling everybody. Sometimes it's just like this is PD. I remember watching Making the Band with the band. And shit like this. And now all them niggas is weird just because they wanted to get a deal, goddamn it. So I feel bad for anyone.
I'm just gonna say this. That is a prime example of why you gotta put a lid on this liberalism. You gotta calm down. You gotta have a boundary. You gotta create one.
And I don't know how that correlates, but okay.
Being liberal, being open for anything. Like
that's not being liberal. That's just being a person. That's not the liberal is attached to a political ideal. Being open to everything is not a political idea. That's just being a freaky ass nigga.
Yeah. I think Diddy
you can't attach that to like that's Fox. Fox does things like that. Don't do that. That's not liberal. That nigga's been doing things like that in the early 90s, mid 90s, before we've even had this political climate that we're having now.
Yeah, right.
Diddy's just wow, and that's how he's got away with it for so long. Jesus. But if anything, I don't know how that would be liberals, because all the pictures he takes with all people like that are billionaires and Republicans.
Because they prefer to, I mean, obviously they have a side of themselves for the public, and then they have a different side of themselves when their doors are closed.
That's just freaky niggas, but that's not political idealism, though. He been doing that. You like what you like. Niggas been gay since beginning of time. That's not political. But I feel you. But it's gonna be interesting to see what names are introduced and stuff like that, because these people deleting all their Instagrams and Twitters and stuff like that.
Stepping down from offices. But we're gonna have to end this stream soon, and possibly in the future do a Diddy stream.
No Diddy.
All right, guys.
No Diddy.
I appreciate y'all, man. We're looking forward to possibly after Sunday, sometime next week, doing another stream, doing a reaction to this Penguin series. I appreciate you guys. If you don't mind hitting that like button for us, we appreciate the support. All right, guys. Anything y'all want to include?
Stay swole.
Stay swole.
Go Colorado.
Go Colorado. There you go. I feel that. Good shit.
Lifter bots.
Jeff, you hopping on the
Autobots Unite.
The game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to play a little bit of this stuff, but I'll be down to run a few multiverse if you down.
Play some of that Stellar Blade.
Yeah, the cheeks.
We got new jiggle animations.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, and when she does the best moves, it's like the camera all just moves like up to get you right underneath the character.